The legislative session in Indiana has come to a close, and while there were several bills regarding the decriminalization of marijuana proposed, none of them made it out of committee. However, there is a substance currently legal in Indiana that experts say can cause very similar effects to marijuana. Shelby Riley looked into Delta-8 and what some call diet weed and learned about its effects as well as concerns about its use.
If it all sounds confusing, it should be, because it is. There's a lot that goes into it.
Indiana is currently one of 12 states that has not legalized marijuana for recreational or medical use.
We have, on one hand, we have the marijuana plant. Marijuana contains Delta-9 THC. So Delta-9 THC, that's the psychoactive substance. That's where the high comes from. That is the plant. The marijuana plant is what is FDA regulated. It is obviously illegal. It's criminalized in many states, legalized in some states.
However, if you stop by a smoke shop, you may notice they sell something called Delta-8, which is derived from CBD.
Hemp is not FDA regulated. Hemp contains CBD oil, cannabinoid. So that is where CBD comes from. So that is legal to possess, it's legal to sell, it's legal to harvest, all of those types of things.
The 2018 federal farm bill legalized industrial hemp containing 0.3% concentration of THC or less.
So these laws were written without understanding all the other potential of this plant. And so that's the reason why how Delta-8 became legal in Indiana, because these bills, the law was not written against Delta-8. It was only written against Delta-9 THC, because Delta-8 wasn't really well known of when the farm bill or the hemp or the Indiana bill was written.
This means Delta-8 is legal in the state of Indiana, even though experts say it causes effects similar to marijuana and is not FDA regulated. Vigo County Health Commissioner Dr. Darren Brucken says avid cannabis users usually describe the effects from Delta-8 as more of a gentle high. However, that is not always the case.
These products, there's no jurisdiction for anyone to look at the manufacturing, look at the chemicals that are going into these products. Everyone trying to enhance the effects, or you can't change the plant to make more, but you can go through different types of manufacturing processes. They're adding chemicals to it. They're trying to enhance the effects of the Delta-8 THC that is present.
Vigo County Sheriff John Plassey says the Sheriff's Department doesn't typically have a huge issue with marijuana, but he says the potential side effects of Delta-8 are concerning.
It's legal to take the Delta-8, but it's not legal to have marijuana in Indiana. So I don't know the thinking of legislatures when they allow something that really has the same effect of something, and still, there's not a lot of research done or testing done to see any long-term effects or short-term effects for that matter.
Jared Bell is the owner of Bell Family Dispensary and distributes Delta-8 and other CBD products to Terre Haute. He says his customers use Delta-8 for a variety of reasons.
And one of the biggest reasons our store and our consumers buy it is for pain. It also has very similar inflammatory properties as CBD does. But THC itself is a pain blocker. So not only do you have the anti-inflammatory properties like CBD does, it also blocks pain.
Dr. Brucken says because the differences between Delta-8 and Delta-9 are so minimal, the health department is seeing people come in with alarming side effects such as hallucinations, vomiting, psychosis, and irrational behavior related to Delta-8 use. Plassey says even though Delta-8 is legal in Indiana, you would still suffer the same consequences if caught driving under the influence.
Well, alcohol is legal to have, as Delta-8 is, but if you're impaired or under the influence of that by using too much of it, then you're still not legally able to drive, and you would be arrested for that.
Now, Dr. Brucken also says that if you took Delta-8, there is a high chance you would test positive for marijuana on a drug test. Now, you can read much more about this story over on our website, mywabashvalley.com.